More parts for Nhexus arrived today in the mail. These, of course, are the drive shafts. However, I can't really do anything with these because I don't have any of the gears in my transmission. These will connect eventually to the differential gear, so they would go just like that. Well, anyways, all I can really do with these for today is give a little comparison to the Wrestler drive shaft. As you can see, there's actually quite a big difference in length. However, the pins on the end in which the rear tire is attached to are exactly the same length and width. So I could, if I wanted to, attach my Wrestler tires to the Bandit. However, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to go ahead and get the 2.2 size wheels that normally come with the Bandit. Something rather unexpected happened when I ordered the dry shafts. The company that I bought them from ended up sending me all this stuff as well, which is awesome because I need these parts. With this, I can now attach the rear and front wheels. I don't have the rear wheels yet, but I do have the front. They ended up showing up in the mail today as well. As you can tell, these are the stock Elias XL5 tires. If they were the VXL, they would be black chrome. I am not going to paint these rims black like I did with my Wrestler. I'm going to keep them as they are. The only other thing that's worth mentioning is that the tires, unlike the Wrestler, are not glued to the rim. So if I ever want to switch these out for Anacondas, it'll be a very simple process. So with the parts that showed up with the dry shafts, I can now attach the front wheel. Before I get started attaching the front wheels, I want to go ahead and mention that this is not the intended pin to hold in the front wheels. This is actually the one from the Wrestler. However, these work just as good as the Bandit. The only real difference is that the end is a little bit shorter. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and slide it through the bushings that are in the steering block. Next, I'm going to slide on a washer, put in one of these small bars through that hole, make sure it's even on each side. And now for the next difference between the Wrestler and the Bandit. With the Wrestler, you would snap on a hex nut. With this, you don't do that. Pretty much that hex nut is embedded into the wheel. So we're going to go ahead, line that up, slide it in all the way, get a 4mm nut, get that started, hold the wheel in place. I get the nut all the way on there. Ooh, it's a little loose. Okay, there we go. Now hold that still. Alright. There is one wheel, now it's time for the other side, which is pretty much identical. There we go. So, like before, go ahead and get the pin, slide it through the bushings, put on a washer, slide in the bar, and then put on the wheel. Tighten the nut. Well, yeah, you got it. Make sure that is straightened out. There we go. I guess the only problem I see with this is that when you take off the tire, it's pretty easy to lose that pin. The Wrestler, the hex nut snaps onto it, so chances of you losing it are pretty low. Alright. Oops, a little too tight. Still a little too tight. There we go. Now these aren't going to spin too well because I have bushings in there instead of bearings, but eventually I'll go ahead and switch that all out. Anyways, there really isn't anything else I can do, but at least I was able to attach the front wheels. It's starting to look a lot more like a Bandit. So that will be it for today.